Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Crack JEE in English, the channel of Unacademy, and I'm Jeetendra Dixit. Here is my profile. So I did my BTech from IIT Kanpur, and I have been mentoring IIT-JEE aspirants for last 11 years. Now let's just check my voice. Let me just check my voice. One moment. Good afternoon, Gia. All right. So now, before we begin, let me tell you about the Unacademy subscriptions. As you know, Unacademy is India's largest online learning platform. And if you are preparing for IIT-JEE, then you can have two types of subscriptions on Unacademy. One is Plus subscription, and another is Iconic subscription. So in Plus subscription, you get access to daily live classes of all the educators who are teaching on Unacademy. And you can watch their live sessions, and even you can watch recorded sessions as well. You can download them and watch them offline. All live tests and quizzes are also accessible to you, and the live sessions are very interactive. You can chat with your educator. You can ask your doubts during the session, or dedicated doubt sessions are also there. So you get unlimited access on the platform once you have this Plus subscription. Now these are the charges. You can subscribe for 1 month, 3, 6, 12, and 24 months, and compare the prices. And 12 and 24 months have the least per month average. Okay, so you can go with these these prices, 12 and 24 month subscriptions. And also you'll get 10% discount. Use the referral code. You can use the referral code JEET1, and you'll get 10% instant discount. Your study planner will be customized. Your bi-weekly reviews will be given. Just a moment. Let me check my connection. Right. One moment. Are you getting my voice, Gia? 1 minute. All right, now let's begin. So today we are going to do angle bisectors. Okay, so these are the charges of Iconic subscription. You can subscribe for 6, 12 and 24 months. This is the price list and you get 10% discount using the same code Jeet1. Use this code. And this is an Unacademy's learning app which you can download from Play Store, and after downloading you can start attending special classes. These are also live classes. Now let's do it. So angle bisectors of two given lines. So suppose line L1 is A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0, and line L2 is A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0. These two lines are given and we need to find the equation of their angle bisector. So one of the angle bisector is like this, and the other angle bisector will be like this. Angle bisectors are always mutually perpendicular. So these two bisectors which I have drawn with green color, this is line L1, this is line L2, this is bisector B1 and this is bisector B2. Between the bisectors is 90 degree. Okay, so first point, bisectors are always mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, is this point okay? Now second point is one of the bisector will be, see, if lines L1 and L2 are not mutually perpendicular, then one of the bisector will be acute angle bisector and the other will be obtuse angle bisector. So first of all we are finding the equation of both the bisectors, and then we will try to differentiate which equation is the bisector of acute angle and which one is the bisector of obtuse angle. Okay, so they ask question like find the equation of acute angle bisector or obtuse angle bisector. And the second type of question they ask is find the bisector of the region where this point lies. So they'll give you some point like bisector of the region where origin lies. So you need, suppose origin is here, that means he is asking for bisector B1, and if origin is here, that means you need to find bisector B2. All right, so this is the second type of question which they ask. All right, so first thing is, okay, the second important point is that any point on the bisector, so we need to find the locus of a point. Say P is a point, so any point on the bisector, any point on the bisector is always equidistant from both the lines. So this is the point which we are going to use, both the lines. So bisector, any point on the bisector is always equidistant from both the lines. So if I take this point P on the bisector B1 or B2, then these two distances are going to be equal. D1 is equal to D2, all right? D1 is equal to D2. and using this we are going to write the locus of point P. Okay, so we need to write the equation of locus of point P, which moves so that it is always equidistant from L1 and L2. And if we write that equation, it will represent the equation of angle bisector. Okay, तो कैसे लिखेंगे देखो, just equate these two distances. So if I write distance of x comma y from this line, first line, line number 1 and line number 2, then first distance is basically this a1x plus b1y. This x comma y is basically this point. Okay, this point x comma y plus c1 divided by under root of a1 square plus b1 square. Okay, is equal to, second is a2x plus b2y plus c2 divided by under root of a2 square plus b2 square. All right, so this is the way. If you remove mod, then you get plus minus sign. Okay, so equation will be this: a1x plus b1y plus c1 upon under root of a1 square plus b1 square is equal to plus minus of a2x plus b2y plus c2 divided by under root of a2 square plus b2 square. So once you take plus sign, you'll get one of the bisector, and by taking minus sign, you will get the equation of other bisector. So basically, you'll get both the bisectors using this. Is this point okay? Jia? Raghav is not there today. Huh? Okay. Now see, how to find angle bisector, acute angle bisector. So for acute angle bisector, see, you have got two equations, right? So first equation is the line L1 was a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and line L2 was a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. Now bisector b1 you have got, right? You have got b1 and b2, both the bisectors. So these are the two equations represented by b1 and b2. Okay. All right. So see how to find acute angle bisector or obtuse. So b1 and b2 I am writing as p1x plus q1y plus r1 is equal to 0, and p2x plus q2y. Actually, they will be like this. If one equation is p1x plus q1y, then other is going to be q1x minus p1y, because bisectors are mutually perpendicular. All right. So this is line number 1, line number 2, bisector number 1, bisector number 2. Okay. Now see, pick one bisector, one of the line, and any one of the bisector. Okay, any one of the bisectors. Now listen to this. Let's say I have picked say L1 line and B1 bisector. Okay, and the slopes are M1 and M2. All right, the slopes are M1 and M2. Now let me tell you one thing. See, if this is the bisector, this is acute angle bisector. Okay, angle bisector, say B1 or any one of the bisector, then this angle, the acute angle bisector, the angle which acute angle bisector makes with L1 or L2 line is actually less than 45 degree, right? Is that okay? Because the total angle is 90 degree. Total angle is less than 90 degrees, so half of that will be less than 45, right? And this is obtuse angle bisector. So this angle, say alpha, is more than 45 degree. All right, this is acute, right? So if I find the angle between acute angle bisector, okay, whenever theta is less than 45, then tan theta is less than 1, right? Whenever tan theta is more than 45, tan theta is more than 1, okay? More than 45, no, of course, less than 90, right? Of course, this angle is less than 90. So this tan theta is more than 1, tan alpha is more than 1 or less than 1, according as alpha is between 0 to 45 or 45 to 90. See, we know the formula for acute angle. If theta is the acute angle between two lines of slopes m1 and m2, then tan theta is given by m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2, okay, with mod. When you're putting mod, then tan theta will always be positive and theta will be acute, all right, because between two lines angle can be acute or obtuse. So if you are putting mod, then it will always give you the value corresponding to acute angle, because tan theta will be positive. And if tan theta is negative, then theta is going to be obtuse. So between any two lines, you can find acute angle using this formula, mod of m1 minus m2 upon m1 plus m1 m2. Now what are we going to do in this is, we are going to pick one bisector and one line, okay? Then we are going to find the angle between, tan of angle between them, tan theta we are going to find, okay? So using the formula this, m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. If tan theta comes out to be less than 1, that means the bisector which we have selected is acute angle bisector. Similarly, if tan theta comes out to be more than 1, then the bisector which we have selected is obtuse angle bisector. So in that way we can differentiate. Yeah. So if m1 1 plus m1 m2 mod, okay, is greater than 1, then this implies that b1 is obtuse angle bisector. All right. Similarly, if it is less than 1, then this implies that b1 is acute angle bisector. Got this point? Have you got this point? So this is the best way to identify whether the bisector is acute angle bisector or the obtuse angle bisector, the bisector which you have selected, okay? So we'll use this process. No need to memorize something else, because sometimes they give this kind of expressions, a1 a2 plus b1 b2 is positive and c1 c2 are of same sign, then bisector is of acute angle bisector, to check like this. But in that case you'll have to memorize some particular expressions with their signs. In this you don't need to memorize anything, just pick one bisector and one line and apply this formula immediately, m1 minus m2 upon 1 plus m1 m2. It will take 10 to 15 seconds to check whether it is more than 1 or less than 1, and immediately after checking it, you will come to know that the bisector you have selected is acute or obtuse, and the other one will be of opposite to that. All right, so now let's do one example. Find the acute angle bisector of 2x plus 3y is equal to 4 and 3x plus 2y is equal to plus 5 is equal to 0. Try this one. Hello Manas, how are you? Try this question. Have we got the answer? Natural treasure. How are you? I forgot your name. Donna Gray. Donna. Both won't be. Yes, check your answer. So bisector, okay, I'm writing the bisectors. Meanwhile, you figure out which one is obtuse or acute. So this 2x plus 3y minus 4 divided by under root of 4 plus 9 is equal to plus minus of 3x plus 2y plus 5 divided by under root of 9 plus 4. Okay, this will get cancelled. Jia, do you remember that I have told you that these two lines ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and bx plus ay plus c2 is equal to 0. These two lines are equally inclined to which line? Do you remember that? We discussed it. These two lines are equally inclined to. So if we take plus sign, it is going to be 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to 3x plus 2y plus 5. Yeah, y is equal to x. So now you can see that the bisectors, in this case, this is the case. In this case, bisector should be of slope plus 1 or minus 1. Okay. So if you're getting the, so that we knew actually, right? Bisectors, because lines are equally inclined to their bisectors. Then 2x plus 3y minus 4 is equal to minus 3x minus 2y minus 5. Okay, this is the another bisector. So in this case, you're going to get x minus y plus 9 is equal to 0. And in the second case, you are going to get 5x plus 5y. Okay, and plus 1 is equal to 0. So this is of slope 1 and this is of slope minus 1. Okay, so one of the line should be of slope m, the other line will be of slope minus 1 upon m. Okay, so now choose. This is bisector number 1 and this is bisector number 2. This is line number 1. So I'm selecting the slope. This is line number 1 and this is line number 2. The slope of line number 1 is minus 2 by 3 and slope of this bisector is 1. So apply the formula. Check this. First bisector and first line. So mod of m1 minus m2. So 1 plus 2 by 3 upon 1 minus 2 by 3 This is actually more than 1, right? That means this must be acute angle bisector. No need to check it. This will be acute angle bisector, because if you take plus, if you take minus sign, then it is going to be 1 minus 2 by 3 upon 1 plus 2 by 3 for this one. For this second bisector in first line or second line, whatever line you want to choose. Yeah, so this is the acute angle bisector. 5x plus 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. Now you got it, huh? Now suppose we have a different type of questions. Find the bisector of angle bisector. Find the angle bisector of 3x plus 4y minus 2 is equal to 0 and 8x minus, wait a minute, okay, 8x plus 6y plus 5 is equal to 0. Bisector of these two which lie in the region where origin lies. Origin or any point, question method will be same. You can take 1, 2, 3, 4. The language which they use for this particular question is either this, or they can say find the bisector of these two lines which contains the origin. Which contains the origin, that does not mean that origin lies on that bisector. Which contains the origin means which lies in the region where origin lies. Like these two lines, these two are the lines, and this is the origin. And if he says that find the bisector of these two lines which contains the origin, that means you need to find this bisector, okay? This bisector, and this is the bisector of the region where origin lies, okay? Are you understanding this thing? So how to do it? See what we do in this case. Shall I tell you the solution? Are you trying it? Okay. Good. Try. Also explain your method to me. Done? All right. I'll explain that. See how to do it. Now we will go back to the derivation of the bisectors. I mean, the way we have written the locus of point which was moving on the angle bisector. So what was that? First we took a point on the bisector, and because it was lying on the bisector, so we equated these two distances, right? These two distances were same, equal. So the locus, the point x comma y was equidistant from these two lines. So its locus was 8x plus 6y plus 5 divided by, it will be 10 mod. I'll write it with mod, okay? And then 3x plus 4y minus 2 mod divided by 5. Now you can see this xy written in this equation is actually this one. Or to differentiate, you can take h comma k also. You can take h comma k. Now see, for the bisector which lies in the region where origin lies, both of these points, this 0, 0 and this point x comma y, will lie on the same side of line L1 as well as same side of line L2. This x comma y and 0 comma 0 lie same side of line L1 as well as same side of line L2. While on the other bisector, if I take this bisector where origin does not lie, then x comma y and 0 comma 0 lie on the opposite sides of L1 but same side of L2. So see, how are we going to use this point? Because origin and x comma y for our bisector, when x comma y lie on our bisector of the region where origin lies, 0, 0 and x comma y lie on the same side. So that means we can identify the sign of this expression, and once we know the sign of some number whose mod we are taking, then we know that mod of x will be plus x if x is positive. Mod of x will be plus x if x is positive, and minus x if x is negative. All right. So if we know that this quantity is positive similarly and this quantity is positive, then we can remove mod. No need to put mod. We are putting mod because we are not sure about the sign of these expressions. But if we know that these two expressions are positive, then we can write these expressions without mod. But if we know that one of the expression is positive and other expression is negative, then we'll put negative sign on the expression which is negative, right? So that negative will make it positive. Are you understanding this point? Because these two are distances, so they must be positive, right? So to make them positive, we are putting mod. But if we know that this quantity is negative, then there's another way also making it positive by putting a negative sign in front of that quantity. Additional negative, huh? Huh. So see, we will put 0, 0. Put 0, 0 in this, okay? So put 0, 0 in this and check the sign. So if you put 0, 0, it is coming out to be positive, plus 5 will be this will be plus 5, okay? That means this quantity is positive. That means for x, y also. That means for okay. This implies that 8x plus 6y plus 5 is a positive quantity, okay? Now put 0, 0. Put 0, 0 in this as well. So what will be the sign if you put 0, 0 in this? Tell me, Jia, what will be the sign if you put 0, 0? Negative, yeah. This is negative, right? If you put 0, 0. That 3x plus 4y minus 2 is negative for this point, right? For our x comma y. Oh, sorry, negative. Have you understood? So this quantity is positive and second quantity is negative. That means first I'll remove mod without any sign. That means 6x, 6y plus 5 divided by 10. Okay, I'll write this with plus sign, and the second will be with negative sign, minus of 3x plus 4y minus 2, because there is negative quantity and I want to remove mod. I want to write it without mod, so that means I'll have to put my minus sign, okay? So minus of minus will make it positive. So you are equating the positive quantities now. Okay, now this is the bisector. That means you are getting a bisector with negative sign, okay? Because there was plus minus 2 signs, right? So this is the bisector in which this is the bisector containing origin. Containing origin means of the region where origin lies. You can simplify it and find the equation. Is that okay? Shall I give you another question? Okay, you find the bisector हाँ एक बार फिर से एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ. Okay, now see this. Okay, so it's better to explain it in a better way. I'm taking h comma y, okay? And in the end, we'll replace h comma y by x comma y. I'm taking this point whose locus we are going to write h comma k, okay? So this is the point which is moving on this bisector. So its distance from, so 8h plus 6k, and this is 3h plus 4k, all right? Good afternoon, Devyajyoti, good afternoon. So you got it, Jia? Now what we want to know, we know that we want to know the sign of this expression 8h plus 6k plus 5, so that we can remove mod, okay? If this quantity is positive, then we can remove mod without any additional thing. I mean, without putting any extra sign like positive or negative, just remove mod. And if this quantity is negative, if this quantity is negative, if we know that this quantity is negative, then you can remove mod, but you'll have to put minus sign, okay? That is the definition of mod. Mod of x is x when x is positive, and mod of x is minus x when x is negative, right? So what I'm doing in this is, as I know that 0, 0 and h comma k lie on the same side of line L1, right? I know that 0, 0 and h comma k lie same side of the line L1. You can see you have in this expression, what are you doing? You are actually putting h comma k in this equation in line L1, right? This is line L1, okay? This is line L2. So you are basically putting h comma k in this expression, right? You can see this. This is line L1. So because you are putting h comma k in line L1, so it should give you the same sign which 0 comma 0 will give you. So I have put 0 comma 0 in this equation and I check the sign. So 0 for 0 0 it is giving positive sign. In L1 if you put 0 0 in L1 line, this is the L1 line, okay? This is the L1 line. So if I put 0 0 in L1 line, I am getting positive sign. That means if I put h comma k in L1 line, I'll get positive sign again. And if I put h comma k in L1 line, then it is nothing but 8h plus 6k plus 5, and that's what is written inside the mod. So now I have removed that mod with positive sign, okay, after checking. So it is 8h plus 6k plus 5. Now for second line also, for L2 line also, we are going to apply the same logic. 0 0 and h comma k lie on the same side of L2 line also. This line is L2, okay? So if I put 0 0 in L2 line, if I put 0 0 in L2 line, I will see it is negative. That means if I put h comma k in this line, then this should also be negative. So that means now I know that 3h plus 4k minus 2 is negative, right? Are you understanding this? 3h. So this is the value actually, 3h plus 4k minus 2. This is negative. This is negative, so that means I can remove mod with negative sign. I'll have to put negative sign. So now I'm putting negative sign in this expression. So it is 3h plus 4k minus 2. Okay. So this was the logic. Now you repeat this same question. Find the bisector. Find the bisector of 3x plus 4y plus 2 is equal to 0, and say this is L1 line, and 8x plus 6y minus 5 is equal to 0, which contains the point. I am writing the language which they generally write in the questions, okay? So this language they use, which contains the point minus 3 comma 1, which contains this point means the same thing, bisector of the region where this point lies. All right, are you understanding this thing here? Hello Sharvil. Debujyoti, you left? Are you there? Debujyoti, are you there, beta? Try this question. Have you done it straight lines now? Okay. क्वेश्चन ये है, you need to find the bisector of L1 and L2 which contains the point angle bisector which contains the point -3, 1. You need to find the bisector of these two given lines, 3x plus 4y plus 2 and 8x. This is 8x. This is 8x plus 6y minus 5 angle bisector. Okay, so you're getting 2x minus 2y minus 9 is equal to 0. So both sides, what were the signs, by the way? Signs of the expressions, these two. What have you done? Did you open? Okay, just tell me the signs both sides you have opened with. Positive or positive, negative negative, or negative positive, or negative negative. Both negative. All right. Yeah, that's right. Correct. So these are the lines. Yeah, sure will. Negative negative. Good. The bisector which we need will lie -3, 1 and the point h, k which we are going to take to write the locus, they will lie same side of line L1 and L2, right? So if I write the equation of locus of equation of locus, 3h plus 4k plus 2 mod divided by 5 is equal to mod of 8h plus 6k minus 5 mod divided by 10. Then put what point? -3, 1 in both the expressions, right? In this as well as in this. And check the sign. So if you put -3, 1, this comes out to be negative. And if you put -3, 1 in this also comes out to be negative. That means if -3, 1 is giving negative values by putting in these two lines, basically we are putting -3, 1 in these two lines, right? So h, k will also give negative signs. Okay, so that means these two expressions are negative. And if these two expressions are negative, then we'll remove what with negative sign. So that is 3h plus 4k plus 2 divided by 5 is equal to minus of 8h plus 6k minus 5 divided by 10. So actually we have taken the bisector with positive sign, right? Negative negative will get cancelled. So that is the answer. So it is 6h minus 6h minus 8h, that is minus 2h. I'm just writing all the terms to one side. 8k minus 6k is plus 2k and 4 plus 5, 9. Yeah. So your answer is yes, correct. 2x minus 2y minus 9 is equal to 0. That is the answer. So you understood this thing, right, Gia? Charville. Huh? So okay. So we are doing one last question, and after that, from tomorrow onwards, we'll start pair of straight lines. Okay, and general question I'm giving you. Find the values of k. Find k if k plus 1 into x plus 8y is equal to 4k and k into x plus k plus 3 into y is equal to 3k minus 1. These two equations have no solution. By same time 3 o'clock. Same time 3 o'clock. And practice session is I think also there tomorrow. I don't know. It is already scheduled, so you can see the schedule of a special class. So practice session is also scheduled. Sharvil, kal, what is kal? What is? She is asking what will be the timing for tomorrow. Oh, practice session. Okay. So that practice session is already scheduled. Second practice session is scheduled. So we'll practice in that only, and then later we'll plan some other session also. Tomorrow, tomorrow there will be tomorrow 3 o'clock we'll discuss pair of straight lines. Okay, we'll start theory of pair of straight lines, and in the evening session I think there's discussion. There's a practice session of straight lines tomorrow evening. Sharvil, where are you from? Now tell me the answer of this question. It's very easy problem. Kolhapur, all right. Something is famous in Kolhapur. What is famous? Kolhapuri chappals. Kal is short form of any chapters. Sorry. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. You thought, what is this chapter I haven't heard of? KL. Oh, there's a chapter. I don't even know the name. Yeah, so what is the answer of this question? Find the values of k if these two equations have no solution. Both lines should be parallel, alright? Yeah, that is what you need to do. See, there are three cases. One case is lines are non-parallel, so they will intersect. Second is lines are parallel. Third case is lines are parallel. Second case is lines are parallel but not coincident. And third case is lines are coincident. Okay. So this has one solution. This has no solution. And this has infinite solutions. Okay. So make sure you need second one. Sharvil is getting no solution. What about you, Jia? Three and one. All right. Let's see. If I take slope of first line, so that is going to be, see, it should be k plus 1. See, I am writing the general conditions. A1x plus B1y plus C1 is equal to 0 is the first line, and A2x plus B2y plus C2 is equal to 0 is the second line. So in this case, A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. Alright, remember that. In the second case, A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 but is not equal to C1 upon C2. We need to make sure this also. And in the third case, A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2. Alright. So this is the direct way to solve it. So K plus 1 upon K should be equal to 8 upon K plus 3 but should not be equal to 4K upon 3K minus 1. So let's solve this one first. Okay. So if I solve it, it is going to be K square plus 4K plus 3 is equal to 8K. So we'll get K square minus 4K, sorry, minus 4K plus 3 is equal to 0. So we'll get K is equal to 1 or 3, alright. Now if I put 1, okay, put 1 and check, all 3 should not be equal. So if I put 1, there is going to be 2 upon 1 is equal to 8 upon 4 is not equal to 4 upon 2. But that is wrong, right? Can you see this? This is wrong. For K is equal to 1, actually A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 is equal to C1 upon C2 also. So lines are not only parallel, they are coincident actually. So for K is equal to 1, lines are coincident. And coincident means they will have infinite number of solutions. Are you understanding this thing? Now are you understanding this thing? This is a question of JEE main exam. Now case check second case. Check second case. Check K is equal to 3. So if you put K is equal to 3, it is going to be 4 upon 3 is equal to 8 upon 6. Okay. So they are obviously equal because you have solved these two equations, and not equal to, if you put 3, it is going to be 12 upon 8. This is all right. Okay, simplified it is 4 by it is 4 by 3. Oh, this is also not acceptable. This is also 4 by 3, right? 4 by 3, 4 by 3, 4 by 3. So this is also rejected. You need to reject this also. Again coincident. So for these two values, lines are coincident. Lines are coincident. So they have infinite solutions in both the cases. Got it? Have you got it? All right. Okay. So that means there is no value. Okay. This was the question of JEE main. Wait a minute, I'll tell you. Yeah, JEE main 2013. Okay. So now we'll continue tomorrow. Pair of straight lines. Okay. And now rest theory is finished, and we'll practice questions of straight lines in our special classes. Okay. So yesterday's session there was some technical error. Maybe tomorrow I think I have planned. You can see the schedule. Just go and check my schedule. So it will be there, and 2 sessions are there actually. Upcoming 2 sessions on straight lines. All right. चलो फिर ओके शार्विल ओके जिया टेक केयर बाय बाय एंड या जिया you can we were not able to write anything. I have enrolled. Actually yeah, you are enrolled. I was saying that Acha, you are talking about yesterday's class. You were not able to write. Actually, yes, there was some problem. I was not able to see the comments. So, in fact, I was not able to see who has joined and who has not joined. So, I waited for 10 minutes and then. And all right then. So, all right. Take care. Bye bye.